Welcome to Atlantic Television, and it's time for Sports Central. My name is Praise Alunge. Good to have you on the show. On the show at this time, we would look at stories from the local scene, also talk about matches that were played yesterday in the Premier League and also across board, and then go straight to the final Grand Slam of the year, US Open. But we'll do that after this. Stay with us. It's still a delight to know that you're still watching Atlantic Television, and this is Sports Central. Praise Alunge once again. And on the show, Falcons in United States for friendly matches. Akinwumi, the first vice president of the NFF, has declared his intention to run for the exotic seat. And also on the show, it's a deadline day, and Samuel Chukwueze is on the verge of joining one of Premier League team. You want to know? Stay with us. And not forgetting as well that Serena Williams have actually qualified to the third round of the US Open. We'll be back. If you just join in, well, go to Atlantic Television social media platform and drop your thoughts. Don't forget, on Tuesday, I did ask a question. If you think it's possible for Nigeria to beat Ghana when it comes to the CHAN tournament that will be played later in the nation's capital on Saturday. The first leg, Nigeria lost 2-0 against Ghana at the Cape Coast Stadium. And now Nigeria stand a chance of maybe progressing or being knocked out of the tournament, just to mention, just like the Super Eagles were knocked out when it comes to World Cup qualifiers. Don't forget, I asked for your predictions. I hope I have them live on the description menu on our YouTube channel and also on the comment sections. And don't forget, like I also mentioned, you can always be part of this show live on our fan corner that is coming up, later next week. But let's go to our story at this time. Super Falcons of Nigeria, they are 9-time champions when it comes to the Women's Cup of Nations. They are in the United States of America on a 2-match tour. Guess what? They will be facing, they will be playing against United States in 2 undisputed games. And after the game, they will also meet against Japan in another crucial game. Now, the focus of this game is to make sure that the girls are super ready ahead of the World Cup build for next year. And this is one kudos you want to give to the Nigerian Football Federation when it comes to giving grade A friendlies to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They've been doing that in a very, very wonderful way, and this is another credit for them. But it's always not enough, to go to United States and play. It's about the quality of games and the quality of expression, and I just hope that this time around, Coach Waldrum will be able to use all the players very well. And the good news also, worthy of sharing, is that some of the ladies we saw in the under-20 teams, yes, these were the girls that participated in the FIFA Women's Under-20 tournament. Unfortunately for the girls, they lost at the quarterfinals. But some of the players, yes, you heard that right, some of the players have been invited to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Players like Esther, she's part of the team and she'll be making her debut, hopefully, in this friendly in the national side. Once again, good luck to the girls. And just to mention, some of the players also invited, home-based professionals like Christy Ohieraku, Akudo Ogbona, Gift Monday are also in the delegation. First choice goalkeeper in person of Chiamaka Nandoze, defender Osinachi Ohale, not forgetting midfielder Tony Pine and Rashidat Ajibade. Also, Uche Nakalu will provide a spine for the Nigerian side. And this is just an opportunity to, of course, have a children's Mercy Park in Kansas City, in the United States. Of course, the United Women's Soccer team, and also the Sporting Kansas City in the Major League Soccer. They played there, and this is just an opportunity to test our girls against a United States club side. Hopefully, Nigeria will make everyone proud. We look forward to the game, and I will give you updates concerning their performances. And away from that now, let's talk about another news. This time, let's go to Saudi Arabia, where Odion Ighalo is in the news. Now, Odion Ighalo prevails over Nwankeme in top-rated Saudi league clash. Now, this is what happened. On Wednesday, Odion Ighalo proved why he has kept Anthony Nwankeme out of the Super Eagles for a long time. You might be wondering why exactly. Because he emerged victorious when it comes to the Nigerian players facing off and having a chance to score on the score sheet. Odion Ighalo was actually a thorn in the flesh of his opponent in the Saudi Cup champion with Al Fahal, where he was able to add to the goal tally. He scored in the 86th minute, and he has scored a goal actually before this game, and netting another goal in the 86th minute to give their side, a comfortable one. A good one from Odion Ighalo. Many are still talking about Odion Ighalo. They want to see him in the national team, even though many times he has come out to say, hey, I don't want to play once again for Nigeria. I've done my bit for the team, but I don't know. Are you considering still having Odion Ighalo in the new setup of Super Eagles team we look forward to? Are you thinking Odion Ighalo still have what it takes to play for the Nigerian national team? Yes, his experience is played in Saudi Arabia, but again, some would always say the level of competition needed to play in the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Does he still have it? Can he still deliver? Does he have what it takes to really put the likes of Victor Osimhen on the bench, the likes of Sadiq Umar, who is playing very well at Almeria, and even other Nigerian players like Samuel Chukwueze and the other guys like Moses Simon, who operate from the flanks and all? I don't know what to think. What do you think? Do we still need Odion Ighalo in the Nigerian Super Eagles? Very soon, we'll be playing against the Desert Foxes in a friendly game. Would you like the coach of the team to call in Odion Ighalo back to the Super Eagles of Nigeria? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Again, go to our YouTube channel and drop your thoughts on the comment section if you think Odion Ighalo is still good enough for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And maybe he might be commanding the first shirt or the first starting, one of the starting 11. Maybe ahead of even Victor Osimhen. But let me know what your thoughts are. Joseph Pizarro is the coach, so he's the man to decide if Odion Ighalo will be good enough or not. But you can also add your voice to the conversation. Go to our social media platform, go to Facebook, also go to YouTube. Don't forget Instagram as well, and share your thoughts. We'll be taking them, of course, when we come back next week. Just keep dropping your messages. Away from Super Eagles story and Odion Ighalo now, let's talk about another story. This time, this is about a Nigerian team participating at the continent, Bayelsa Queens. One thing comes to mind. They were the winners of the Nigerian Women's Premier League. Yes, they went to Edo State, played the Super Six, and at the end of the day, they emerged victorious. Bayelsa United, they've been doing relatively well. In fact, last season also, they won the title, and it's more like defending the title they've won. Now, that's not the news. The news is this. In the CAF Champions League, Bayelsa Queens are into the WAFU B final. Yes, that's the story. And you've got to just give credit once again and say, congratulations to the girls for a good job. Nigerian representatives in the second CAF Women's Champions League. Bayelsa Queens have reached the final of the WAFU B Women's Champions League qualifiers after thrashing Benin Republic side Espoir 6-0 on Wednesday night in Cote d'Ivoire. And that's all the girls needed to do to progress. Now, the job is not done because they have a final to play on Saturday, on September 3rd, and that's on Saturday, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. They will be facing a Ghana side. A Ghana side. You hear that right. Remember, Ghana has been a thorn in the flesh of Nigerian teams. You talk about the Super Eagles, you talk about the Chan team, and now Bayelsa Queens will be facing another Ghana side. This is not a Ghana national team, thank God. It's going to be against Apem Diako. Yes, that's a club in Ghana. They defeated African Sport 6 goals to 5 on penalties in the second semi-finals they played. Why for Nigeria? It was a cruising win for Bayelsa Queens because they won by 5 goals to 0. Nigeria against Ghana. Would Nigeria finally secure a revenge against Ghana? Do you think Bayelsa Queens can bail Nigeria out from Ghana's excesses? Why not once again go to our social media platform, drop your comments, add your voice into our conversation. And don't forget also the phone lines are buzzing. You can also share your thoughts via the phone line. But drop your comment. I will also read out your comments on the show. And also next week for those who would likely get a top-up next week when we come back. Now, that's about Bayelsa Queens. We look forward to, more from the girls, and hopefully they will be able to represent Nigeria well in the WAFO B final later on Saturday. Good luck to Bayelsa Queens. We are not done with local stories. We need to go for another break. And when we come back, we'll go straight to the Glass House, where the first Vice President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Seyi Akinwumi, has decided to declare his intention to run for the office of the Nigerian Football Federation President. This is still Sports Central on Atlantic Television. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. Still Sports Central on Atlantic Television at this time. I'm Prince Alonge once again, and thank you for sticking around. And maybe you just joined in. Oh dear, you've missed a lot, but don't worry. We spoke about the chances of Bayelsa Queens beating a Ghana opponent on Saturday by 7 p.m. in the WAFO B final. Not forgetting as well that we discussed about the chances of Odion Ighalo making the Super Eagles team once again. He's been doing well with the Saudi Arabian club. Can he still fight his way into the team? That is the Super Eagles of Nigeria, as we look forward to a big friendly game against the Dexat Foxes of Algeria. And also, just before the break, we spoke about the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They are already in United States. Yes, in United States. Ahead of 2-match opportunities they have to participate against a United States clubs, to make sure they just get themselves in the rhythm, stay fit, use the opportunity to integrate some of the Flamingos players, the Falconets, I beg to mention, players that participated at the concluded Under-20 Women's World Cup into the team gradually. Coach Wardrobe with that responsibility. That was what you missed, but not to worry. We have a lot to still talk about. And once again, it's a delight to have you on the show. And so let's go straight to another story. Akinwumi declares for NFF presidency, and he has vowed to restore Nigerian football glory. Can he actually get that done? It's easier said than done, some would say. Now, the first vice president of the Nigerian Football Federation and Lagos State FA chairman, Seyi Akinwumi, has formally declared his intention to run for the presidency of the Nigerian Football Federation. Akinwumi, who currently serves as the vice president of the ongoing Amadio Pinnick administration, stated that he plans to run an all-inclusive board with the sole mission of reposition football in the country. I have to pause there because I don't know the kind of NFF leadership you want to see. You tell me. Do you want someone that would come through and continue from where Amaju Pinnick left, or you want a new dynamism into the NFF hierarchy? What kind of leader do you want to see in the Nigerian Football Federation hierarchy, particularly for the post of the presidency? We have a lot of contestants, aspirants who are looking forward to becoming NFF president. Like I said, Akiwumi just declared yesterday, on Wednesday, his intention to run for the Lekurius seat. And what kind of leaders do you want to see? What kind of NFF president would you like emerge as the president of the Nigerian Football Federation? We are not done with the talking point. That's another one you want to talk about. So you could pick any of these talking points to discuss. You could decide whichever one suits your mind, and you can react to every of these talking points. What kind of NFF leadership would you like to see? That's the question. In a related development, one man who also is contesting for this position, his name is Peter Said Ida, a former Nigerian player. He has come out to express, well, I will try to do A, B, C. But guess what? He has also come out to express his fears about the position. Guess what? Former Nigerian player, a goalkeeper, Ida Peter Said, has said his biggest fear when it comes to this position of the NFF president, if eventually elected as the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, is impeachment. You hear that right? Impeachment. He doesn't want to be impeached. And you might be thinking, why is he thinking of impeachment? He said his leadership style, if elected into office, might make him come into conflicts with those who usually do things the wrong way. That's quite funny, right? The reason why he doesn't want to be impeached, or the reason why he's nursing the fear of impeachment, is because he felt that if elected at the end of the day in the elective congress expected to go down in September in Benin City, he feels some persons that would not like football to grow might not love his leadership charisma, might not love him doing what he needs to do, and then there might just be gang up somewhere and they might impeach him. Do you think he's overthinking it? He hasn't even won the election yet. He's thinking of impeachment. Is he trying to overtake the situation? Is it fears in his body, his butterflies here and there? He's not confident enough or convinced in himself that he can always win the people over. What exactly is happening to NFF president's aspirant in person of Peter Said Ida? Some might also say that, well, it's just being realistic about the situation in NFF. And we've seen over time a lot of impeachment steps taken in the past. You talk about Sonny Lulu, Aminu Meigari during his time, even Amaju Pinnick, who is there now. I mean, there have been a lot of cases here and there and a lot of talk over impeachment. So maybe Peter Said is just beginning to look at the trend and he's trying to feel the heat before the start of the election itself. These are some of the story. And finally, we'll take this story, a local story concerning a deadline day situation. Tonight is the deadline when transfer windows will be shut by 12 o'clock midnight. Samuel Chukwueze, we hear, is on the verge of joining Everton on loan, according to reports. Also, the report says in Spain that Chukwueze's loan move comes with a 45 million euros mandated permanent transfer options at the end of the season. We hear that it looked as if this deal might not happen before now, but Everton have stepped up their negotiations and they are beginning to meet the asking price of Villarreal for the Nigerian star. Although we gathered also that Everton's alternative is believed to be, if they can't get Chukwueze later tonight, they might be going for Denis Suarez, but that would need a trigger of about 80 million euros for the Toffees to really cover out. 80 million euros, that's a whole lot of money. I think they would want to go for maybe Samuel Chukwueze. But as a Nigerian, I mean, Chukwueze has spent all his life in Villarreal. He started with the Villarreal B team and he was promoted to the rank. Would you like to see him in the Premier League? We've seen a lot of Nigerian players actually coming through in the Premier League. Do you think it is time for Samuel Chukwueze also to come and make a bite of the Premier League? The likes of Taiwo Awoniyi, Frank Onyeka, Joe Aribo, Emmanuel Dennis, and not forgetting that will now be his club teammate, Alex Iwobi, who plays for Everton. These are some of the Nigerian players in the Premier League. Do you think having Samuel Chukwueze will be an added advantage to the popularity and the brilliance of Nigerian players in the Premier League? Or you think he should just stick with Villarreal, the Yellow Submarine, prove himself under Unai Emery and begin to get chances? Because for last season, he came in as a substitute in many of their matches, over 27 games as a substitute. I mean, in all competitions, that's a whole lot for Samuel Chukwueze. He would need to start, playing consistently, building his confidence and trying to get opportunities, playing for Nigeria. Because the dream for all these Nigerian players is do well at your club side, bring the glory to Nigeria, and then you see Nigerians also striving in the national team. It's time to go for another break. And when we come back, we'll switch away from local stories and go straight to some of the foreign stories we're tracking at this time. Stay with us. And on the foreign scene, come on, let's talk about the Premier League, the most populous league in the world. Matches were played last night, and then we have a game to go down tonight. If you're an Arsenal fan, maybe this is the moment to be very proud because it is 5-5 for the Gunners. They won their game last night against Aston Villa, even though it was really difficult for the Gunners. But Arsenal fans would not care. Just so you know, the result from the games that were played yesterday, Bournemouth played goalless against Wolverhampton Wanderers. It ended Bournemouth 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 1. Manchester City 6, Nottingham Forest 0. West Ham United 1, Tottenham 1. And Liverpool, a late winner against Newcastle United. But straight to the games once again, just to let you know the goal scorers in some of these games. For Arsenal, the goals started from Gabriel Jesus in the 30th minute, and Douglas Luiz equalized in the 74th minute, only for Gabriel Martinelli to score the winner for Arsenal, and that came through in the 70th minute. For Man City, that won their game last night against Nottingham Forest. They won by 6-0, and you don't want to know. It's Erling Haaland turning the Premier League, some have said, to Farmers League now because he's banging in those goals, and those goals are just coming in. He scored another hat-trick, his second hat-trick of the season in just 5 matches. He got Man City on a right foot in the 12th minute with his first goal. He scored again in the 23rd minute and also scored in the 38th minute. João Cancelo scored the 4th for Man City in the early start of the second half in the 50th minute, while Julian Alvarez scored twice late on in the game in the 65th minute and also 87th minute to give Man City a ruthless 6-0 pumping of Nottingham Forest. The Forest got no hiding place in that game, unfortunately. And it is what it is. And Haaland is just one man that has scored 9 goals in 5 matches. Predicts the number of goals you think Erling Haaland will score this season. Some are saying he has the potential to score 30 goals mark. Some are saying, come on, this man can give the Premier League a shake of 40. Some are saying he can't go less than 20. How many goals do you see Haaland scoring this season? You know what to do. Again, straight to the official social media platform. Start dropping your thoughts on the comment section and also on Instagram. We are also alive. You can also drop your comments on the Instagram page. Not forgetting as well on the Facebook page. Drop your comments. We'll take all your messages via the social media platform. If you think Erling Haaland has what it takes really to again score 30 or 40 or hit the 20 goal mark in the Premier League, it's looking like he might just be the man to win the Golden Boot. Just barely 5 games, and he has scored 9. The only player coming close is Fulham star Mitrovic, who has scored 4 goals. I think 4 or 5 goals now, this season for Fulham as it stands. Okay, 4 goals for Fulham. Erling Haaland is about 5 goals more. Goodness, that's just staggering to mention. In the game between West Ham United and Tottenham, Tottenham struggled in the game. They scored first, but let that slip. Tina Cahill, it was an own goal in the 34th minute before Thomas Suchek in the 55th minute got an equalizing goal for West Ham. The game was played at the London Stadium, the home of West Ham United. Antonio Conte's side, Antonio Conte, the manager, quite disappointed after the final whistle, but hopefully he feels his team can always bounce back in other games that they will be playing. Still talking the Premier League quickly, let's tell you that in another game, the most dramatic game of the night, it's Liverpool at Anfield Stadium against Newcastle United. Alexander Isak, one player who just got an opportunity just a few hours, after joining from Real Sociedad to Newcastle United, inside Eddie Howe's first 11 side, and his footwork, his movement is just brilliant. One player a lot of fans will have to look forward to this season, and his name is Alexander Isak. He scored in the 36th minute, giving Newcastle the early lead after a fine pass from Sean Longstaff. But Liverpool got back in the game via Roberto Firmino's efforts in the 61 minute. Fabio Carvalho scored in the 90th plus 8 minutes, and you're wondering, that's a lot of time. Now, this is what happened in the game. The fourth official raised a 5-minute extra additional time. 4-minute additional time, just to mention, I beg to mention. And that was it. And they played for extra 4 minutes. And that didn't go well with Eddie Howe, of course, and also the fans of Newcastle United. But Klopp, after the game, shared his thoughts, and according to him, it was a perfect reply for Liverpool, because Newcastle United wasted time, according to him, in the game. And I'm thinking, is that correct, really, to say? And, well, tonight we have a game in the Premier League, and it's going to be Leicester City against Manchester United. Who would win this game tonight? At the King Power Stadium, 7 hours, 25 minutes to kick off. Manchester United, or you think it's going to be Leicester City? Both teams have met 32 times, 9 draws between them. Leicester City at home, they've won 4 games overall, 2 at home and 2 away from home. For Man United, they've won 19 times against Leicester City, 10 at home and 9 away from home. And later tonight as well, we'll see other games across different centers. In Italian Serie A, it's going to be Atalanta against Torino, Bologna up against Salernitana. In the Eredivisie, we will see AZ Amkal against Nijmegen by 7 o'clock. And then in the first division in Belgium, Anderlecht will take on Ghent tonight. In other games, let's see, in Brazil. Okay, let's leave that. That's in Brazil. These are some of the games just to look forward to later tonight. We'll go on our final break, and when we come back, we'll talk US Open, the final Grand Slam of the year, where Serena Williams is on the verge of stunning the world once again, even as she continues to think of buying out from the tournament. And welcome back. It's still Atlantic Television, and this is Sports Central with Praise Alonge, and it's time to talk the US Open, going down, of course, at the United States, just the Flushing Meadows in New York. Andy Murray first overcame a confident start by a young American wildcard, Emiliano Nava, to reach the US Open third round for the first time since 2016. Now, Britain's Murray missed the chances before losing a long serve, but fought back to win a 5-7, 6361 6 Love in New York. The 35-year-old who plays the Italian 13th seed Matteo Berrettini next is joined in the last 32 by Jack Draper after the Briton stunned Felix Olgal Alassime. Draper, just 20, beat the Canadian 6th seed 6-4, 6-4, 6-4 in an impressive fashion. And to another US Open story, a big one, Serena Williams, a farewell tour, took on a different complexion as she stunned second seed Annette Kontaveit to reach the third round of the US Open. This was a sparkling performance from the diamond-clad veteran who produced her best tennis since reaching the Australian Open semi-finals last January to win 7-6, 2-6, 6-2. Now, the dream ending a record-equaling 24th Grand Slam singles title in her final tournament is still a long way, but this performance from her showed it might just be a possibility. And you just want to say it's a good one for her. She says, and I quote, "It's no rush. I'm loving this crowd. There's still a little left in me. We would see." She went on to say, "I'm pretty very good player, and this is what I do best. I love a challenge, and I'm rising to the challenge. I haven't played many matches, but have been practicing really well. The last couple of matches, it's going together. After I lost the second set, I thought I have gone to give my best effort because that could be it." And you just want to say, congratulations to Serena Williams. Let's see if she can win her 24th Grand Slam, but surely she's been an inspiration to young girls and every tennis star on the continent, and of course the world at large. And the beauty is she has really made the mark. She is a living legend when it comes to whether US Open, whether you talk about Australian Open, you talk about the Wimbledon Open, you talk about the French Open, major Grand Slams, master tournaments, talk about the in the Women's Tennis Association. She's been one of the greatest, and she will always be remembered for many years to come. And that is the size of the show at this time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I would come your way another time, and then we'll have a chance once again to talk about football related stories and also look at some of the happenings in the world of Formula One and also tennis and even boxing. You don't want to miss it. It's Sports Central, of course, on Atlantic Television. And this is Praise Alonge. And don't forget, you can always be part of the conversation on our social space. All you need to do, go to our YouTube channel, follow us, share our content, and don't forget always to drop your comment. I've asked many questions. You stand a chance to get a top up. Go to our social media platform to answer some of those questions. And surely you might be on your way to getting a reward for watching. I'm Praise Alonge. Have a great day.